Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. It's Nina. Today I'm gonna announce something super exciting. I will be going on a road trip in a couple weeks here and I'm just gonna tell you all about it. There is so much I want to tell you guys and I wrote so many notes, so I'm super excited and yeah, let's do it. Alright, we are somewhere new today. Okay, how we looking? Okay. Love to see it. Okay, well, here I am. I had to switch to my sister's room because there's construction happening right outside my window. But she's at work and I'm unemployed, so. What's up, guys? How's it going? Someone's calling me and I'm waiting for it to stop ringing so I could look at my notes. This video is going to be all about this road trip that I'm taking and planning, all of that. So I'll give you some background. Basically, I've always wanted to do a road trip. I've thought about it for years. My senior year of high school, I loved just like planning on the map, but back then I didn't even drive on the freeway yet. So we've come a long way. I've wanted to do this for years, but there's never been a good time. Also, I was not financially stable enough. I didn't know who I was gonna go with, when I was gonna do it. All I knew is that I wanted to do it. I wanted to go on a road trip. And ever since I came back from semester at sea, I just have felt like I need to have that kind of blissful, spontaneous, adventurous feeling again. I decided at the beginning of this year that I was gonna do it after I graduated this summer because I was gonna take the summer to do some traveling and then, you know, find a job, as one does when they graduate college. And I didn't have a job yet, and I didn't want to just get a job because I know that once you get a job, it's very hard to travel and take time off because you have to put the time and the work in the beginning, and I just wasn't quite ready for that. And I also had no idea what I wanted to do. Still don't. We're working on it, as you guys know. Again, obviously, this year didn't go to plan. I originally really wanted to go in June, but obviously that obviously didn't happen because of COVID times. And so I thought about it more and I still wanted to do it and I still wanted to plan something. So me and my best friend Lauren, I talked her into coming with me, and so we started planning this, I don't know, maybe 2 months ago. I think we booked the first thing. We started planning it back in June or May, I think, for the very end of the summer. Of course, there's still concerns with COVID and everything, but we planned this in the safest way that we could. Our entire route is very spread out, nature-filled places where we can social distance properly, and places that are open and like naturey so that it's easy to keep your distance from people. So I just wanted to make this video to explain how I planned it, how I came up with our route, all that kind of stuff. I think I'm going to make a separate video to talk about budgeting and how we made a budget for this trip because this is already going to be very long. I have a ton of notes, and so I'll probably make a different video to talk about accommodations and how we're spending our money and budgeting and everything because your girl doesn't have a job. We're trying to save as much of money as we can, and honestly, I'm the cheapest person ever. I hate spending money. So comment down below if you want that video. For the trip, we will be traveling through 7 states. We are not going to be staying the night in every single state, but that's how many states that we are going to be passing through on our route. Also, is it route or route? How do you say that? I usually say route, but when I'm talking, never mind. So I knew that I didn't really want to put a time limit on this trip. I just wanted to be able to do everything that I wanted to do. So I gave about 2 weeks of a time frame to do everything. I didn't want to feel rushed. It's pretty spread out in terms of we're really gonna try to make the most of our time in each place, and some places we're gonna stay 2 nights. So basically, the first thing I did when I was planning this, I have this website that I love going on to just kind of, plan for fun and see, but that was the first place I went to. I think it's called FurCot. I have no idea. I just googled road trip planning and this is, I think, the best one that I found because it tells you like the miles between each place, the time it takes to get from place to place. You can set options for when you want to start driving every day, when you want to stop driving every day, and you just search for different stops and also like rest stops for the night and stuff like that. We also tried this thing called My Google Maps, and we are using it for directions, I think, because you can put all your places in and get the step-by-step directions. So we're probably gonna print that out just in case our phones lose service. That's a fun one too. I liked that one because we could make separate layers for stops and like points of interest that we want to go see. There was another one called Road Trippers, but you had to pay for that one if you're doing more than like 2 or 3 stops, I think, so not doing that one. Yeah, this is just kind of what I found. You can do your own research and figure out what one you like the best. Okay, so when I, went about planning this, I knew that I wanted to go to Utah because I've never been, and I've always wanted to go to Zion, and also my brother goes to school in Utah, so that was another thing. Originally, I really wanted to go to the Grand Canyon, but it was just kind of way too out of the way for this trip and all that I wanted to do. And I figured that eventually I'll dedicate like a full trip to Arizona because there's so many like places and things I want to do in Arizona that I think I need to spend more than like 2 days there for sure. Yeah, so we kind of just knocked off Arizona off of our list for now, but we're basically gonna stop in Las Vegas halfway through for like food and stuff, and then keep going until we get to Zion, and I'm so excited. I've always wanted to hit up Zion because I know that there's some beautiful hikes there and it's just like a great time. And I have had many people tell me that that should be a stop on our road trip, so I'm really excited about it. My shirt kind of matches like the walls and the curtains and my eyes. We will be staying in Zion for 2 nights because I feel like one day is not enough. We're excited to spend like an entire full day like hiking and exploring. We got a lot of recommendations for hikes from people. Comment down below for any of these places if you are from there or you go there, what we should do, because we still don't have that much planned for this trip. So please leave us some recommendations. We found the cutest tiny house on Airbnb that we're gonna stay at, and I'm so excited about it because me and Lauren love watching Tiny House Nation on Netflix. From here to Zion, it's gonna be a long drive the first day. We totally forgot that we're going to be losing an hour because that is a different time zone than Pacific time. So it's gonna be 4 hours to Vegas and then like 3.5 to Zion. A lot of hours, but we're gonna be doing so much driving. It's gonna be a lot. And then from Zion, we're gonna go to Salt Lake City, which is the second leg of the journey. It's gonna take 4 to 5 hours, I think. It's like 320 miles north. It's gonna be fun because my brother goes to the University of Utah and he's moving back there this weekend. So we will get to visit him and he'll show us around because this is his second year there, so he kind of knows a little bit. We are also gonna be spending 2 nights there. We're gonna do some fun hikes and just explore Salt Lake City and just gonna hang out. And then from Salt Lake City, it's going to be another kind of long drive because we're going all the way to Montana. We're stopping, I think, almost halfway in Idaho Falls. So we won't be ever staying in Idaho, but we will be passing through Idaho 2 different times on the trip. And so we're gonna be stopping at Idaho Falls for food and rest, I guess, before we keep going. But we're gonna get to Montana in the afternoon. From Salt Lake City, it's gonna be about 3 hours until Idaho Falls, and then I think we have another 3 hours, like 3.5 hours to Montana. We'll be going to Bozeman, Montana, which is where my friend Kate is from. We're gonna be staying with her, and she moved to Montana after we graduated high school, so she's a friend from high school for me and Lauren, and we're really excited because we haven't seen her in so long. We've been talking about us going to visit in Montana for so long, and we're finally doing it. So we will be spending 2 nights in Montana with our friend Kate. She's gonna probably plan all of it and take us where she wants to go. She's been living there for like 4 years now, so we're probably gonna go to some kind of lake or river or something like that. Hopefully eat some good food, just hang out. Yeah, Montana. And then from Montana, this is where we have our longest leg of the journey. It's gonna be a very long drive on that next day, but the good thing is that we will be kind of gaining an hour back because we are going back to Pacific time in Washington. Washington is not like a huge stop on our trip. It's kind of just like a pass through, like rest stop. Since the drive is so long, we decided to put a couple of smaller like day stops on our list. And so from Montana, we will drive about 5 hours to, it's like the top of Idaho, the little skinny part. It's this little town in Idaho called Coeur d'Alene. And it's French. My mom was like, oh, you should stop here. And she kept saying Coeur d'Alene, and I was like trying to spell it and it wasn't coming up, and then I realized it was French. But apparently it's a really pretty place to go. So we're gonna stop there probably around noon and have lunch and hang out, and then it's gonna take us about 2.5 hours from Coeur d'Alene to get to this other place we're gonna stop in it's like a state park that literally we just kind of just Google searched places to stop on the way to places and basically looked at the pictures and was like, that's like looks really pretty, let's stop there. So it's called Palouse Falls State Park. I don't know, looks fun, looks like a good time. So we're gonna stop there for like, you know, a little bit, and then by then it's gonna be the evening, and so we just wanted to make it to our hotel by, you know, the time it gets dark. But we are staying in Walla Walla, Washington, which honestly there was no reason at all that we chose this other than the fact that it had a funny name. I was like, Walla Walla, Washington? That must be a fun time, you know, just it's fun to say. It was just gonna be passing through like stop, so yeah, no reason at all. The other thing is like when I'm like writing this fun itinerary, and I named this stop Walla Walla Ding Dong. Do with that what you will. Okay, and then so this is like the half point of our journey, and now we're going to, you know, come back down all the way to Southern California from Washington. And the next thing for me in Oregon was Bend. I have always wanted to go to Bend. My parents would go there. I don't know, it just looks like a really beautiful place to go to. We found a great Airbnb. We're gonna be staying 2 nights there as well because I know there's a lot to do there. We might go like biking. We might go to some vineyards. There's also a place called Crater Lake that I want to go to. Probably gonna hike there. I don't really know. I'm really excited. I've seen pictures. Beautiful. We just wanted to go to all the beautiful places, honestly. Just nature. And the funny thing is I'm like not outdoorsy. I'm not a hiker. So this is gonna be interesting. I literally just bought a pair of xoxos from REI. I'm really excited to wear them. Yeah, we're gonna go full outdoorsy here. I've never been camping, and like on this trip we decided we are not gonna camp because neither of us have any experience camping, and it would just be much easier for us not to because we would probably end up like sleeping in a Walmart parking lot, to be honest. Oh god. So after Oregon, this is where we get into the California part of the road trip, which is gonna be like pretty much the last week, I think. Yeah, pretty much the last week of the trip. Personally, I have done the classic California coast road trip with my family, and I've been to San Francisco, and I visited my roommate in San Jose before, but there's so many places I haven't been to and also places I've always wanted to go back to. So that's kind of what this leg of the trip is all about. Our first stop in California is going to be Mount Shasta, and I've heard so many awesome things about Shasta, and we're actually staying 1 night in Mount Shasta, and then the second night we're staying by Shasta Lake. I'm just excited because we found this little hike on Google for just searching up places, and it was called Heart Lake, and so we Googled it, and there was this picture, and it's a literal lake that's shaped like a heart. It looks so cute, and so that's literally the only reason we're like, let's go there. So then we'll venture south to Shasta Lake, and I think the pictures of it say it all. I'm just excited to just look at God's beautiful earth and creation. Yeah, we might be like tired of hiking by then, so we might just chill. I don't even know. As you can tell, we have nothing really planned, really. We have like a couple bullet points, but like our itinerary is very loose besides having to be, you know, at our hotel at night. And as far as accommodations, I'll go into that in a later video, but we're basically staying in Airbnbs, some really cheap hotels, and some B&Bs. So yeah. And then from Shasta to San Jose, which is where we're going next, it's like almost 4 hours as well, and it's like 251 miles. So if you care about that stuff. So we will be staying 2 nights in San Jose with my roommate at her house, God, because we'll probably be running out of money by this point. But I'm really excited because I have been to San Jose before, and there are some fun places that I want to go back to. And also, Audrina will be our tour guide and drive us around. There's this place that is near Santa Cruz, I think, that I found on TikTok that I'm going to try to find. I'll put a picture right here. It's like this swing place. I don't know, it looks cool. So I think we're gonna try to do that when we're in the Bay Area. We're not gonna go to San Francisco just because COVID, and also I've done that a couple times already. We're just gonna try to stay away from the big cities. And then after we stay 2 days in San Jose, this is where we won't be driving as far to the next couple places, but we're gonna go to Monterey Bay, which I've been to before with my family, and like the Carmel, Big Sur area. I'm so excited because it's so pretty, and it's been a little bit since I've been there. There's so much to do. The coast is so pretty, especially driving down the Pacific Coast Highway is gonna be so fun, especially like late summer. We will be staying 1 night in Carmel, Monterey Bay area at like a little bed and breakfast hotel. It was pretty cheap. So that would be our second to last night, which is in Monterey. And then on our last full day, we'll be driving down the coast. Oh my gosh, we're gonna hit up these zebras in Cambria. If you've ever heard of Hearst Castle, it's kind of Central Coast, California, and it's near Paso Robles, which is our last stop. But there's this castle from a long, long time ago that this like millionaire person built, and he brought zebras there a long time ago, and for some, I don't really remember the history behind it, but there's still zebras there. They're just wild zebras hanging out, and it was like the craziest thing when I was on my road trip the first time, because I was like, there's no way that's a zebra, right? In California? Hello? But I'm so excited to go see the zebras again. Yeah, so before we hit up Paso Robles, we'll just drive down the one and like hang out, see the zebras, and then spend the second half of the day in Paso, which I'm so excited is our last stop because it's just gonna be relaxing, probably no hiking, just chilling out, going to some vineyards. Our number one thing on the trip was that we wanted to stay in an Airstream at some point, which is, if you don't know what an Airstream is, it's basically like this silver, like aluminum trailer thing that looks, you know, vintage and like really boho trendy. And we found this Airstream that was on this farm in Paso Robles next to a vineyard, and so we're like, we're gonna stay there. So we splurged like a little bit. It was one of the more expensive places that we booked, but I'm so excited. And then that is just gonna be our last night. From Monterey to Paso is not that far. It's like 2.5 or 3 hours maybe. I don't know. We're just gonna spend the day driving that drive, so it's not gonna be that long, I guess, and we're gonna be driving down the one, so it's gonna be so pretty. The next day we will drive home, which is like 3 or 4 hours, I think. Yeah, probably like 4 hours. Yeah, and that will be 15 days later. And that's our road trip, and I'm so excited, and I just wanted to share with you guys what I'm up to and what I'm planning. And I know that a lot of you like when I post vlogs of my travels and stuff ever since I went on Semester at Sea, and so I'm hoping to provide more travel content to you guys. In addition to this video, I will also be doing, like I said, my budgeting video and also a packing video showing you guys everything I'm packing for 2 weeks on the road. And obviously when I go on this trip, I will be vlogging the entire thing. I'm so excited to share this trip with you guys. I'm sure it will be quite the adventure, especially because it's just gonna be me and my best friend Lauren, and yeah, it's gonna be interesting seeing how well we can travel by ourselves. I feel like it's different traveling in your own country than like in a different country. I don't even know. I feel like some places in America feel like you're not even in America, but the thing is, it's like I've lived in California, Southern California, my entire life, and I haven't really seen the rest of the country, so this is the perfect time to just enjoy and appreciate my own country and all the beautiful naturey places that it has. Even though I've traveled across the entire world, I just haven't seen my own country. and I guess that's all that I have for you guys today. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you liked hearing about it, and also don't forget to subscribe if you want to see all the vlogs and all the things so you don't miss any of it, because it's gonna be so fun and I'm really excited. I keep saying that I'm really excited, but guys, I'm really excited. Thanks for watching, thanks for caring about my life and what I'm doing, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Create your own happiness, just like I am, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!